Hello, welcome to Work In, Work Out, where if you put the work in, you get the work out. Now what we're doing today is we're going to do arms and shoulders. So we're going to start off with a warm up and progress through. Then after that we're going to get into some bicep work and see if we can develop the guns. I'm certainly still trying. So let's go. We're going to start off with the bands. Okay, so I'm in a seated position. And all we're doing is we're going to work on the shoulders on this one, and we're doing our delts. So we hold the band more than shoulder width apart, and we're going on the outside like that. Just feel the resistance, get the muscle working, get the blood flowing into that area, set the joint, and the muscle is ready when we do the actual weights themselves. So repetitions when I'm warming up, anything between 10 to 20 reps, something like that. As you know, I like to do my 2 sets when I'm going in hard, usually off camera. You know, maybe I'll do 3 sets or more. Okay, I can feel the stress on the shoulders already, which is good, it means we're getting there. I'm going to do some more warm up, then I'm going to get into those the weighted version. So with the delts, what I find is I tend to work out my delts on the front side a lot more than my rear delts. Today we're going to get into some rear delt activation. Okay, let's go with the warm up. Okay, there we go. I think the muscle's warm. Now, also, what you'll find is you don't actually need a lot of weight to really work out the delts. It's one of the smaller muscle groups compared to some other muscle groups. So to actually get the burn, the stretch to hypertrophy, then actually you can do it with what you might think is fairly low weights. You might see some really big guys in the gym using low weights. So here on my dumbbells, I've set up with a 2 kilogram plate here and a 1 kilogram plate, so that's 3, so that's 6 in terms of the weights. This bar here is 1.5, so we've got 7.5 in the gym. I'd probably use about an 8, so this is right about that sort of range. So what we're going to do, lean forwards and then just go out as close to horizontal as we can get. So leaning forwards, there we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 10. So despite the fact that it's only 7.5 kilograms on either arm, I'm actually feeling the burn. So that's the first set. Let's get ready into the second set. Now if you're working at home with no equipment, no problem, find something that you can carry. Maybe you've got some water bottles, a small water bottle, a litre water bottle, one of those 5 kilogram water bottles with the handles for the bigger guys, because that's going to be quite a lot, 5 kilograms worth of water. 2 buckets, something like that. For example, got a container here. This one probably weighs about, I'd say about 3-4 kilograms, and you can do the same action. So if you've got something that you can pick up that's not weights, by all means do that. Okay, let's get back into the next set. Leaning forwards, so we're getting the right activation when we go sideways on our delts, and let's go, let's get 10 in. What I'm going to show you, hopefully you'll be able to see it, is the actual rear delt activation on this exercise. So I'm just going to turn sideways and hopefully you can see it okay. terms of how the rear delt gets worked when we move that dumbbell to the side. So hopefully you saw the muscle moving there. I'll show you what that's like. So that's the rear delts, just to show you another exercise that we're doing for arms. So that one you can go and keep on going up, as I call the ladder, on the sets. And if you want to keep on going, then you can take some weights off as it becomes progressively harder to do that exercise. Next up, we're going to get into some bicep curls. This is one of my favourites. Okay. But before we do that, again, the versatile band. We're going to warm up with the bands. So bands you can stretch in a number of different ways. You can get the shoulders by rotating through most of 365 degrees by doing this. But because we're doing biceps, what we're going to do is again put it under our feet. So this is almost like being on a preacher in terms of, you're reaching your arms out in front of you and then just going up. Now, you're not going to feel too much, depending on the thickness of the band actually, but it's not going to feel too much of a burn. Again, this is just to get the muscle activated, get used to doing the motion so we don't get any injuries. Like I said, I like to get about 10 in on the warm-ups. That's the first bit. Let's go again. Because bands are really good for time under tension, so even when you're doing your warm-up, if I show you from the side, what you could do is as you bring it up, pause, keep that time under tension, and then release, and then pause. That's a good way to do that on your warm-up set before we get into the weights themselves. So let's go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold up the bench a little bit so you can see me doing the curls. Okay, starting off with a nice, fairly low weight. So how I like to do it actually is I go to about 7 up to solar plexus right there, just below your pecs. Then I go to 7 from the same area, pecs, up to the chin. Then I go for 7 again. Full range through your thighs, your quads, right up to the chin. We do 7 like that. As the weight gets heavier, then as usual, as you know, I like to lower my rep range because we're now working in the power range. So you don't need as many reps when you're doing power reps in your workout. Right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Full range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's the first set. As you can see, I'm using what we call an easy curl bar because it makes it easier to do your curls, because that angle you can get on the hand when you're gripping the bar puts a lot less pressure on wrists. So if you had some wrist issues and you find going with a straight bar a little bit difficult because it obviously restricts your range of motion, this one restriction range of motion. They're different plane, so therefore applies pressure in a slightly different way, which might be easier for you. So I've got my straight bar there, but when it comes to curls, the easy bar is really, really good for that. Okay, let's get into the second set. Full range. Okay, right now, you see the veins, my arms are shaking a little bit, the blood's starting to rush to that area of the body. I mean, the workout's going well, and your body's getting that pump. You can have a short break, then we're going to add some weight to the bar. So at the moment, there was 10 each side. The bar is 6, so that's 26. I'm used to doing 25 on a fixed bar. 26 is okay. Let's move it up. So I'm going to add on 5s. So that'll take us up to 36. It's going to get progressively harder. Let's see if we can get to the 7s on this. It's going to be a struggle, but let's see. Always be careful when you're picking up the weight. Okay, let's go. Full range. Oh. That was 4 on the full range. I'm owing myself 3, so I'm going to have a short break, get back in there to 3. Let's get some hydration in. Okay, let's finish up the set. Sometimes, even if you don't finish the set, if your aim was 10, if your aim was 12, no matter what your number is, and you only get part of the way there, have a short break, but get to that number. Because the more you get in the reps, the more you get in the muscle memory, the more you're working out, the more work you're getting in. Okay, so we got to 4, we were trying to get 7, right? Let's go. And another tip is when you give yourself that short rest, you can complete the reps with better form. Because I was kipping a little bit, but if you try and get to that higher number, you're giving huge kips, then really it's another part of your body, like your legs or the momentum, that's doing the work. Whereas I was able to complete the set with good form. Taking a short break, I think I'm now going to move into the 5 rep range. I'm starting to feel it. I know my form is suffering, and no matter what you're doing, whether it's back, chest, legs, arms, you do want to keep good form. Just catching my breath. Okay, we're going for 5 at 36 kgs. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, full range. 1, 2, just about got to 5. Right, we did a couple of exercises today. We started off with the rear delts, an area of activation which I know I personally don't do enough of, so it's an area to focus on. You can do it seated, you can also do it standing as well. So just to recap, so if you're standing, bend your knees, neutral back, arms out, and that will work your rear delts. And that's a good exercise to do that for as many sets as you're comfortable with. And then we went for the bicep curls. First part up to your solar plexus, next part solar plexus up to your chin to get a really tight squeeze to really help the peaks of your biceps there. And then the full range, because when you're working out, if you get the full range of motion, you're really stretching that muscle from eccentric to concentric, and you're actually working the muscle really, really well. And that's arms and shoulders and work in, work out. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications so that you find out when the next video is coming out and you don't miss any content. Check out some of the other videos on the channel, and if you've got any comments, leave them in the description below, because I do look forward to hearing from you. And I'll see you next time on Work In, Work Out. See ya.